Hello everyone, Farmabil welcomes you all busy people to yet another learning video. In this video, we will learn about the question and answers related to the stability studies. So this video is going to be very useful for those who are working in the stability section of the quality control department. So with this note, let's get going. Question number 1. What is the ICH Parent Guideline number for the stability studies? So answer to the question is ICH Q1AR2. So guys, remember ICH Q1AR2 is called as ICH Parent Guideline for the stability studies. Question number 2. How many parts are there of ICH Q1 Guideline and what are their titles? So answer to the question is there are 6 parts of ICH Q1 Guideline. Q1A, Q1B, Q1C, Q1D, Q1E and Q1F. And the title of each part is Q1A is Stability Testing of New Drug Substances and the Drug Products. Q1B is Photo Stability Testing of New Drug Substances and the Products. Q1C is Stability Testing for New Dosage Forms. Q1D is Bracketing and Matrixing Design for Stability Testing of New Drug Substances and Products. Q1E is Evaluation of Stability Data. And the Q1F is Stability Data Package for Registration Applications in Climatic Zones 3 and 4. Question number 3. What is the purpose of the stability studies? Or why we do the stability studies, or what is the stability study? So friends, when someone asks this question to you, then you have to simply keep 3 things in mind while answering this question. Number 1, stability studies are done to provide the evidences that how the quality of a drug substance or a drug product varies with the time under the influence of variety of environmental factors such as temperature, humidity and light. Number 2, stability studies are done to establish the retest period or the shelf life of a drug substance or a drug product. And finally, stability studies tells us about the recommended storage conditions of a drug substance or a drug product. Question number 4. As per ICH guideline, how many climatic zones are there and what are their names? So answer to the question is, guys, as per ICH guideline, world has been divided into 4 climatic zones, and those are zone 1, 2, 3 and 4. So further, zone 4 has been divided into 2 subzones, and those are 41A and the 41V. Zone 1 is called as temperate zone. Zone 2 is called as Mediterranean zone. Zone 3 is called as hot and dry zone. Zone 4A is called as hot and humid zone, and the zone 4V is called as hot and high humid zone. Question number 5. What are the container closure systems requirements to carry out the stability studies? So answer to the question is the stability studies should be carried out on a drug substance packed in a container closure system which is same as the packing proposed for the storage and the distribution. Question number 6. What type of the analytical method should be used to test stability samples? So answer to the question is validated stability indicating analytical method should be used to carry out the analysis of the stability samples. Question number 7. What is a stability indicating analytical method? So answer to the question is a stability indicating analytical method is defined as a validated analytical method that can detect the changes in the chemical, physical or the microbiological properties of a drug substance or a drug product with the passage of time. Question number 8. In general, how many types of the stability studies? So answer to the question is there are 3 main types of the stability studies: long-term, intermediate and accelerated stability studies. Question number 9. What is the frequency of testing in case of the long-term stability conditions? So answer to the question is the frequency of the testing at the long-term storage condition is normally every 3 months for the first year, every 6 months for the second year and annually thereafter. So for easy understanding, I can write it like this: 3, 6, 9, 12, 18, 24 and the 36. So here you can see for the first year the frequency is 3 months, and for the second year the frequency is after 6 months, and after 2 years the frequency is annually. Question number 10. What is the frequency of test at accelerated conditions? So answer to the question is, at accelerated storage condition, a minimum of the 3 time points are recommended. including the initial and the final time points. For example, 0, 3 and the 6 months. Question number 11. When intermediate storage condition samples are analyzed? So answer to the question is when accelerated condition results are observed with a significant change. At that time, intermediate samples should be analyzed. Along with this, you can also remember that minimum 4 time point study is recommended for the intermediate condition, including initial and the final time points. For example, 0, 6, 9 and the 12 months. Question number 12. Generally, how many batches are used for the stability testing? So answer to the question is generally 3 batches are used for the stability testing. Question number 13. What are primary stability batches? So answer to the question is primary stability batches are the batches of a drug substance or a drug product which are used to carry out the formal stability study. And the analysis data generated from these batches is submitted to regulatory agencies for the registration of the application for the purpose of establishing retest or shelf life respectively. Question number 14. So what will be the stability storage conditions for the product which need to be stored at refrigerator condition? So answer to the question is there are 2 stability storage conditions for a product which need to be stored at a refrigerator condition, and those 2 stability storage conditions are long term and the accelerated. So long term storage condition temperature will be 5 degree plus or minus 3 degree, whereas for accelerated conditions temperature will be 25 degree and RH will be 60%. Question number 15. What is a significant change? So answer to the question is significant change for a drug substance is defined as a failure to meet its specification. So this definition you will find on the page number 10 of the ICH Q1AR2 guideline. So let me tell you once again in a simplified way. During the stability studies testing, if drug substance or drug products fails to meet its specification, then that failure will be called as a significant change. Question number 16. What is a commitment batch? So answer to the question is commitment batch means the production batch of a drug substance or a drug product for which the stability studies are initiated or completed post approval through a commitment made in a regulatory application. Question number 17. What is a retest date? So answer to the question is retest date is the date after which the samples of the drug substance should be examined to ensure that the drug substance is still meeting the specification and is suitable for manufacturing of a drug product. Question number 18. What is a shelf life? So answer to the question is shelf life is a time period during which a drug product is expected to remain within its approved shelf life specification, provided that product is stored under the conditions mentioned on the container label. Question number 19. What is a formal stability studies? So answer to the question is formal stability studies are the long-term and the accelerated condition stability studies which are undertaken on the primary or the commitment batches according to a predefined stability protocol. And the main purpose of a formal stability studies is to establish or to confirm the retest date of a drug substance and shelf life of a drug product. Question number 20. What is a primary batch? So answer to the question is primary batch means it is a batch of a drug substance or a drug product which is used in a formal stability study, and the data obtained from the primary batch is submitted in a registration application for the purpose of establishing a retest period or shelf life respectively. And one more important thing you can remember about the primary batch, that a primary batch of a drug substance should be at least a pilot scale batch. For a drug product, 2 of the 3 batches should be at least pilot scale batch, and the 3rd batch can be smaller if it is representative with regard to the critical manufacturing steps. However, a primary batch may be production batch. So guys, these were 20 questions which I have extracted from the ICH Q1AR2 guideline. And in the next video, I will try to bring more such questions from the remaining parts of the ICH Q1 guideline. So before winding up for today, let me tell you one thing, that if you are working in a regulatory plant, then you should by heart all these questions. So with this note, I am signing off for now. See you soon in the next video. Till then, bye bye and happy learning.